everybody, it's Jeanette with Our Backroom Creations. How are you doing on this Saturday afternoon? I'm just bringing up my comments here so I can read them. So today is Christmas in July with Decoupage and wood kits. Our wood kits are from Monique at Grace and Tattered Lace. And Kathy from Digital Deco Designs has our papers. I have watched a little bit of almost everybody, and I think the common theme today is gingies. A lot of us have picked gingerbread. Come on, Mr. FB. Mr. FB has not been very nice to me today. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Lori. Hey, Ruth. Glenda. How's everybody doing? There we go. It just took a moment. Happy Saturday. I can't believe it's Saturday already. So, my base, let's go over a couple things first. Kathy from Digital Deco Designs has a sale till midnight tomorrow night. The code that you need to use is in my description. That's from till Sunday night. Monique from Grace and Tattered Lace has a sale going on her page or her website this weekend, and I will pick 2 people from the live. So if I know I have viewers that just like to watch and not say anything, at least say hi so your name pops up, so you will be eligible to have 2 of those names. I just do a scrolly thing and pick, or my husband picks, and then we send those to Nicole and everybody. My mind's going blah. Yep, I know who you are, Shelby. Shelby and I are in a collab on YouTube, and Shelby's the name of my oldest granddaughter. But 2 people, we send their names in, and you're eligible for something from each of our vendors, Kathy and Monique. So don't forget about their sales this weekend. I've never actually ordered any of Monique's things. I don't do a whole lot of this. I usually do like 3/4 inch pine, but these are very, very sturdy. I mean, it's 1/4 inch MDF. And it's lovely, nice and smooth. Hi, Christy. Hi, Anita. So I chose this breadboard. I've already done my little skim coat on it to speed things up a little bit. And I haven't seen this today. I don't think anybody else chose it. I chose this big gingy. I don't know if I'm going to use this part. This part came with around my gingy, and I have a heart somewhere. We'll find it. And then my designs from Kathy. Now, I've been with Kathy since, oh gosh, very, very shortly after she started, if not like right when she started. I know Brenda used this one. We're going to use a little bit of this one. So I had a little bit of an arsenal to get into. I love this. It's a recipe, and I pulled this one out. This one, I must have ran out of rice paper in the printer. I'm going to use this on a small tag. Okay? So we better get to painting. I'm going to, let's decoupage this. So I'm going to use the recipe. Mary. Is it CZQ? And Crystal, hello everybody. My name is Jeanette. I'm with Our Backroom Creations, and we are having fun today. So I'm not worried about this bare spot over there because my little girl is going to sit off to the side here. I had changed my mind like a half an hour ago, just because that's what I do. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? little brush or a foam brush for my decoupage. I've already painted it. I painted it ivory. I'm not using anything bright white, but ivory. I keep my decoupage in a jar because I buy the great big jugs of it. You know, as crafters, we like to use it by the gallons. Thank you, Mary. Digital Deco Designs. Kathy, that's her papers. She has some lovely things. She's got some memberships that you can join if you use a lot of decoupage paper. I don't use a whole lot from others, but I do use some. Kathy, I always use hers. When I'm looking for something, she's the first place I go to. Okay. Put this over here. And I'm messy. I am a messy crafter, painter, everything. Put this over here. Hello, hello everybody coming in. If I'm missing you, I'm sorry. Sheila has one of these and she puts, I never even knew you were supposed to put it through the slot. Sheila, why don't you tell me I was doing it wrong? I just hold it. But sometimes when you get a little, see, I can't even do it right. I'll have to watch Sheila do it. This one, this particular ruler, they have tons of them. They have plastic ones, metal ones. This one's really, really sharp. I dropped it on, see, we're right at the edge there. I dropped it on my foot one day and I bled. So we're just gonna, let's put some water on here. Hey, Andrea. I gotta go back and watch yours. I started and then my son come over. God bless his soul, he lost his wallet. He must have dropped it at the gas station, he said. Like, well, that stinks. I remember the year Floyd, my husband, dropped his wallet outside a store where he was shopping. He was so mad. I think he was more mad that he had to go replace everything than the amount of money that was in it. I mean, don't get me wrong, you never want to lose any money, especially not these days. So I'm just picking this off since it's so small of an area. And a lot of this paper, some of it will be, yep, we're still wet, okay. I know I'm going off the page, so it won't affect, no, I want to go down. Whoop, I guess I don't want to go that far down. Trying to make sure I get the handle there. There we go. Have a little brayer, it helps. Small thumbs today. Hi, Fatima! Ah, okay. I never even, I don't know why I didn't pay attention to what that was for. Oh well, it'll be okay. I have a lot of little scrapers. I think my Mod Podge specific one is in my little merry-go-round over here. I like to go over it. Some people like to use a bag in their hands. Usually, if you have good rice paper, like Kathy, this is it. I've just printed this off at home, but because you can get actual rice paper from Kathy, or you can just get the downloads. If you get the downloads, then you can use them as much as you want. So I'm just going to let this sit off to dry. our little girl cover this area. That way it's easier to sand while we work on something else. Okay, so we can paint our little gingerbread. Don't need a very big brush. I did, Stephanie. We were in our private group. Welcome everybody. If you're new to my page, I'm Jeanette. And I have actually some Waverly hazelnut and then some white. I just lightened it up a little bit because I didn't want it that dark. Now I'm trying not to paint my sides. If I mess up, I'll go back and clean it up with some alcohol. There's a pro tip. If you get stuff in your brush, now you don't want to soak it in there, but you can soak it for a little while. Like I soak mine for a couple hours in alcohol. I've used the Murphy soap, dish soap, but sometimes if you leave it out, or it's like if you accidentally used it with Mod Podge, I use the alcohol. The alcohol will eat the glue if you leave it in there too long. That's why I said you can't leave it real long. This should dry pretty good. I got a fan going in here. I love gingies. I have two 2.5 foot gingies that I set out at Christmas time. They're so cute. I got them at Hobby Lobby. Okay, so this is gonna be, oh, there's my heart. There's my heart for my gingerbread. So these are all white. That's red. These are white. I'm gonna do something fun with the bow. Oh, thanks, Pam. I am usually walking around my house with my phone when I'm watching. Sometimes I don't even say nothing. Depends on what I'm doing. Especially if I'm watching in Craft Around the Clock. If I'm doing dishes or cooking or something, I kind of just swipe it down. So you may not know I'm there, but I try to support all my friends. We have a great community. So if you're not part of Craft Around the Clock, because we're streaming there and Digital Deco Designs, and then of course my page. But there's lots and lots of inspiration all week long. We have events. There'll be a Craft 30 market. Every other month we do a market day where several of us sell things. Lord knows I got stuff to sell. I'll be having a sale tomorrow evening. Gingerbreads are my favorite too. And I think a lot of my cohorts today love gingies too. So we put on the bow decoupage because I'm going to use this. I was going to use the recipe on the bow and this on the board, but then I changed my mind and switched it. So I want to be very, very specific. So let's just set these here about where I want what pattern. So there's two great big squares on here. Or we could use it to where you get like a quilted look. Maybe that would be, I think that would be better. If you follow me, you know that the quilted look is like what I enjoy because of all the things that I make and use quilt tops. So I'm just going to cut around this. And save your scraps because you never know when you're going to need, like, I just need that little circle there. have a 3-drawer bin over here that the top drawer is like all my scraps. Trying to decide where I want it. I save all my material I use. If it's a 2x2x2 square, I save it, or bigger. So we got that one. And then let's just use, a piece of the green. For the little dot in the middle. So I'm gonna put a little bit more on there just to make sure it's not too dry. Hey Maureen, how are you? Okay, so we can leave that over there to dry. And then I'm gonna make sure we get enough of the quilted. You made gingerbread houses from scratch. I can remember making those from when I was a little kid. I could never get my royal icing, I think, thick enough. You know, we'd always make them out of graham crackers and stuff. Because I don't like actual gingerbread. I should have shut my fan off. Drying out my glue. Hey Yolanda, if I miss you, I'm sorry. I'll go back. Hi to everybody. Thank you for coming out and supporting us today for our Christmas in July with decoupage and wood kits. So we'll leave these to dry just a few minutes so we can sand off the edges. Now these are the little stripes. Oh yeah, I cut my paper, didn't I? Haha. And we're just gonna use I watered down my ivory because it was like I had like this much. I have a cashew over there, but I want to use this. Where's my plate? I wait after summer when Walmart has these on clearance, and I usually buy 4 to use as painting palettes. Now this is watered down, so I could get an ivory over here. Antique white, that should work. I'm trying to transition to bigger bottles. Oh, that's more yellow, but that's okay. But you can't get big bottles and everything. I wish you could. I guess there's some stuff that you would never use. I've been trying to learn to mix my own colors. It's the harder ones that, you know, I can dull some red, and I always make my own orange. I can never find an orange I like for fall. So we're going to use antique white. I have a toasted marshmallow over there too. Did I sew it all today? No, I don't think I did. I've been sewing fiend lately. My husband's going, get on Christmas. I'm like, all right. Yeah, we won't start on fun facts like we did the other night. But thanks to Sheila and Nicole for putting on the event. to meet new friends, and that's where, you know, with the events, you're bound and determined to run into somebody you don't know. These are drying so quick so I can put my second coat on there. Is anybody going on vacation or been on vacation? Might try to go see my mom this month if I can. My mom lives in Illinois and I'm in Ohio. I was born in Illinois, but I ended up out here in Ohio. That's a long story. Oop, forgot my tip. If you stick your finger on there, you're going to take the paint off, Jeanette. I have seen a lot of your names following all the creators today. We much appreciate that. Because it's, if you're not here, we don't have a reason to go on. And I've been getting lots of replay notifications. I appreciate that. Let me know that you stopped by. Because, you know, you can't watch everybody. There's tons of people I like to watch, but it's only 24 hours in a day, guys. When I first started going live, my husband used to laugh at me because I would have my computer going, my phone going, and my laptop going, or my tablet, all with a different person. Just so I could help give them engagement. Gotta support each other. No vacations there. Yeah. My vacations are usually to go see my mom. She is 78. She's decided that this will be her last garden. I told her I'd come out there and build her some raised beds, but her garden's gotten smaller and smaller every year. She's so mad that the rabbits ate her leaf lettuce, because she likes to have the fresh leaf lettuce, and do bacon, lettuce, and tomatoes from her garden. I said, well, Mom, if we put you in a raised bed, they wouldn't be able to get to them. I said, now the deer, that might be another story. But I asked her, I said, where's your marigolds? Oh, I didn't plant none. A lot of your notifications were turned off. Yeah, that keeps happening. You just got back from Florida? I heard it's hot down there. The older that I get, the worse I get about liking the hot. Okay, so we got those painted. Got that painted. Where's our hearts? We need some hearts. So we've used that one. And we used the big recipe. So let's paint our, woo, we got to hurry. Got to hurry, got to hurry. We'll get the majority of it done. Oh, I'm sorry, Elizabeth. Yeah, my dad's been gone. Here in a few days, it'll be 4 years. This is a little dark for me, so I'm going to add, or a little bright. I don't like, can never find reds that I like either. Well, I can in acrylic, but I can't in chalk paint, so just add a little brown. That's too much brown. Whoa! We don't need a whole lot. I guess that's not too bad. my husband got me some of those little sponges from Dollar Tree. I haven't been in a Dollar Tree forever. I don't like to go anywhere. I don't go grocery shopping. He picks up my order. I've become a fuddy-dud. The Baptists don't want me to go no more. Yes, if you see the little blue follow after people's names, please give them a follow. It's free. If you don't like getting notifications from everybody, you can go into the setting and just put no notifications, but you can still stay followed with us. Or some, it'll say like events or something. So there's our hearts. Anything else? I gotta paint this. So let's give this a swoosh. I'm just gonna paint it all. Hopefully be able to see my lines. I love things that have lines on it. People say, can you paint? I'm like, yeah, paint by number. I'm not very good at proportions. Usually, you can't see the lines right at first, but then they dry. As they dry, you can. So I had the breadboard, this part of the kit, and then that other gingy with a big circle on around it, like an ornament, was another one I got. They are very cute. They're very sturdy. You know, a lot of the plywood ones, like Brenda was talking about, are kind of flimsy. I use them too, but I have, oh my gosh. So this year's been a little challenging for us. You know, we all go through that. And I guess it's lucky I had bought so much stuff in the past that I literally have not bought fabric. Is the only thing I really bought. Maybe, I did buy, what did I buy? Bought some sewing needles. Oh, I bought thread. And some crochet thread. Stuff like that. But fabric and fabric type stuff for my sewing machine, which my sewing machine took a poop. I need a bigger brush. It's making a really loud noise. Good afternoon. So luckily, from when my granddaughter was here, her sewing machine was under the bed. She's had it for quite a few years. She's getting older. She's working. She graduated school early. So she's only 17, but she's already graduated. She graduated in May. So I don't know that she has a whole lot of time. So I grabbed her sewing machine while I can, as soon as I can get the time to go through mine. It's making this loud squealing noise when I sew. Okay, we've got about 17 minutes. Woo-woo. Some of these got water in them. She crochets really oh, I gotta get my gingies out that she crocheted me. She crocheted this gingerbread couple. I gotta finish their face. I didn't get it finished last year. I was gonna put it in a wreath, you know, because I started making wreaths when I first went live, but now I'm gonna keep them. They're so cute. I'm just making up. I didn't want real dark. I wanted a little bit of, okay, that's too late. We need to go to our segments. Or I need to stop doing, if I pick something, it's usually takes too long. You know, it's like more than 45 minutes. Or I pick something that's too short a time and I have extra time. Just trying to put a little bit of dark around the edges. It's drying out. Where's my spray? If your paint dries and you're trying to do some blending, just squirt it with a little bit of water. And that will usually help you out. So you can see how just doing the edges, I do know that. I watch all these fabulous painters on here. We have quite a few in our group. I try to watch them and learn. Hi Pat, how are you? I may not get all the edging done on everything, but we'll at least get, of course I squirted that, now it's all splotchy. I get quiet when I paint because I'm concentrating. So I'm not ignoring you. Okay, so we're gonna set this off to the side. Oh, this is what came with the little gingerbread. I think it was this heart. I think, no, this one. So that came together, but I'm just using the top part. I'm just going to use glue for sake of time, because I'll keep this. If it comes off, I'll use something else. And then my black, the only thing I'm going to put on, oh, I think that's the new one. New. Yep, got a little bit. I've been doing a lot of Halloween and painting cloth black, so I've been going through the black paint like mad. Hi Deborah, how are you? We'll just use the end of the tip of my paintbrush, and I got a Posca marker here. This was like one of the best things that they ever did, was make paint markers. Because I can do it with a marker, I can't do it with a paintbrush. Isn't that cute? I don't have an ivory marker, so that will be, because these are going to be ivory. Okay, that's still drying. Where's the board? Okay. I got a hot mess going on here. Mary Claire, I'm live. I'm live, sweetheart. Not that one. Sounds like when my son's mowing my yard for me. My husband and I have 8 kids together. We've got a couple that, you know, they moved away and rarely hear from them. We gotta call them. And he would have been one of the ones that I thought would have been like flying the coop. Thank you. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. I'm just using a little dowel. I'll do it a little bit better. I've got a, oh, where'd it go? Oh, that won't fit in. These are real nice. It's from Rockler. It's actually a wood sanding thing for like real intricate. But my husband's got a bigger one. I got a smaller one. Actually, I bought two sizes. I think he swiped it for something. But they're nice for small areas. Here's our bow. So on the bow, I put that Christmas paper. So I just used a little bit of it, but I think it's gonna be cute. You love Posca pens? I do too. I like the I've gotten the Sharpie ones, and I bought the, I forget what brand it was, the Joann's knockoff. They weren't too bad either. I haven't tried any other thing. I got some chalk markers off of TikTok, but I haven't tried them yet. I keep forgetting that they're over there. Okay, so this turned out really cute. Now, I'll have something over here, but that was a recipe that was on there. Okay, so we need to, oh, we got 10 minutes. So I'll have to put the finishing touches on her. Make sure. Forget which side was which side. My glue dried while I was trying to think about it. I have a gold and a silver, and some metallic ones that I used to do on my resin coasters. I like a lot of different crafts. I like a lot of different, you know, like I like primitive, I like farmhouse, but I do like bright colors as well. If I have to pick one, I'm probably going to go primitive farmhouse. I can't pick between the two. My living room is full of vintage. My mom used to own an antique store, and she started me on the Jeanette Glass Company because my name's Jeanette. Used to be in Pennsylvania. So I have a whole china cupboard full of that stuff. I'll show you here. So after it's drying, you can see the lines. So this one, I need another glue stick. And then these, I tried to keep these together, so, because I was doing it last night, trying to make sure all the little intricate pieces, and yeah, this heart goes to this one. You're in PA? Yep, I'm in Ohio. When I fly somewhere, I haven't flown out of Pittsburgh yet, but it's up in the air whether I fly out of Columbus or Cleveland. Because I'm like, if you take Cleveland and Columbus and Pittsburgh, I'm in the middle of the triangle. Hi, Marie. Marie, I love that clock you did yesterday. I did catch that. Sometimes you gotta watch how these things go together. I had it all wonky doodled last night. But these are her hands. she's gonna set I'm just gonna tack her on here for now. Because she'll cover up all that stuff that's not painted or decoupage. Thank you. And this is where the little one's gonna go down here. I have 3 different size glue guns or tools, and I went the wrong way. I went to push it down, and because it's hanging off, it broke loose. Then we got our eyes. So I have, let's see what I did with them. I have like the little eyes that go in crocheted dolls. I just broke off the post. I cut it off with my pliers. And that's what I'm going to use for her eyes. So they kind of stand up off of the board. Let's see if I don't have very good dexterity in my fingers. Part of my fingertips are numb, so sometimes small things are really, really hard. Thanks, Sheila. You know me, trying to think outside the box. But I can tell we all like our gingies. Okay, I think I got... Oh, I know what I was going to do with her. Well, I can't now. I had little square blocks. I was going to raise her up, but that's okay. Isn't she cute? I'm going to hang this in my kitchen. So then you can come back. I'm not going to put any mouths on them. I don't know. Sometimes I don't like a mouth on a wooden or a drawn gingy. I need to get a ivory marker. I don't have one. So that way when I do stuff like this, it will match. Let's see here. Oh, I know what we could do. Where's the pink? We can give her some cheeks. All you need is a little dab and a round brush. There we go. This is from Essential Stencils. Don't need a whole lot of paint at all. Thank you, guys. So we're just going to give her some cheeks. Don't want much paint at all. Ooh, my brush got, I bet you it was wet. Guess you can do it with a half circle brush too. Now she's got pink cheeks. And then if you could put a mouth if you wanted to. But don't forget, Kathy has, oh, I raised her up and now I can see that. I'll paint it brown. I'm keeping it anyway, so. When I glued it back down after it came off, I didn't put her all the way to the bottom. Oh well. I don't get excited over boo-boos. You just fix them best you can. I might pop her off later since it was just hot glue. So we used all the wooden stuff is from Monique at Grace and Tattered Lace. And then all the papers are from Kathy at Digital Deco Designs. Don't forget that they are having sales this weekend. Monique's just having a sale. And then on Digital Deco Designs, you do have to use a code that is in my description. And that is good until Sunday night at midnight. So don't forget to follow all the creators, all your friends that are in the chat there. If you're just in the background. Don't forget that I'm going to choose 2 people to give names for the vendors. They're going to each pick a name. So one will go in the wood kits and one will go to Kathy. But thank you so much. If you're new to me, again, my name is Jeanette. I'm with Our Backroom Creations, and I wish you to have a great and glorious weekend. And don't forget to watch. There's so much more today, all the way to 8 p.m. Central Time. Everybody, bye.